Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, so our mission today, we're trying to figure out this whole sentimental jewelry thing. Is it, legit emotional connection, or is it just really, really good marketing? We're focusing on a review of Willow and Ember. They really lean heavily on emotions. I mean, all this talk about quiet moments, cherished memories, and the product names. Let's start there. Things like the Feather of Renewal ring. Seriously, it sounds like it popped out of some kind of inspirational quote generator.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the feeling side. But does the actual product, earn that level of poetry?
Well, it's interesting how they set it up. They make sure you feel like you've scored a win right from the start. We looked into it, and yeah, they've got this sort of permanent sales thing going. You always see this inflated regular price, and then bam, it's slashed way down.
Okay. So that's the classic anchoring psychology trick. Makes you feel like you grabbed a bargain.
Exactly. But think about when people buy this stuff. Milestone gifts, memorial pieces. When you're buying something with that much personal weight, that much emotion tied to it, you're often kind of drained. You just want the process to feel good, feel simple, feel like a success. And that feeling of getting a deal, sometimes, honestly, that matters more in the moment than the objective value of the silver or whatever. You're buying relief as much as a ring.
Okay, hold on. If the marketing is that heavy and the pricing is, like you said, anchoring to leverage emotions, isn't that just a really polished sales tactic? Kind of manipulative, maybe? We should question that.
And that is the core question, right? Is the tactic backed up by an honest product? If the price and the poetry are the emotional anchor, the physical anchor has to be the quality. Does it hold up? And based on the sources, it seems like, yeah, they passed that basic test.
I mean, a nice feeling doesn't last very long if the ring itself falls apart or, turns your finger green. What about the practical stuff?
Right, the green finger test. Well, they seem to be using decent materials for, what they are. The review suggested things like sterling silver, maybe gold vermeil, not cheap brass that corrodes right away. So it looks like the pieces should actually hold up to everyday wear. They meet a minimum standard, at least.
Okay, that's crucial. But I saw something else in the design that felt genuinely useful. They mentioned smart features, like adjustable rings.
Yeah.
That actually solves a real problem, doesn't it? Especially when you're ordering something so meaningful online, that whole anxiety about getting the size wrong, it just takes away a layer of stress from an already emotional purchase.
Absolutely. And that focus on the customer experience carries over into their policies, too. That's a big trust signal. They offer a 30-day return window, apparently no questions asked. Usually if a company's stuff is kind of dodgy, they make returns a total nightmare, right? Hoping you'll just give up, offering easy returns like that. It suggests they're pretty confident in what they're selling. So let's tie this back. The marketing is intense, yes, but the pieces seem honest. Decent materials, consumer-friendly policies. The real value isn't just the metal. It's more about the utility. Does it actually work on an emotional level? Does it help the wearer feel connected to that memory or person? If yes, then it's delivering.
Okay, so the bottom line here for you listening. With Willow and Ember, it seems like the heavy emotional marketing. It's actually supported. The product isn't maybe revolutionary, but it's decent. And the policies are fair. It feels like an honest transaction. The marketing isn't necessarily predatory. It's just very effective at supporting a product that offers a specific kind of utility. So here's something to think about as we wrap up this deep dive. If that emotional connection is really the main reason you're buying something like this, how should you measure if it's successful? And does really good, maybe even slightly manipulative marketing undermine that connection, or does it actually help create it? Think about that adjustable ring. Removing anxiety helps the positive feeling. Does good marketing sometimes facilitate genuine meaning? We'll leave that one with you.